Hello friends, this video on metals and non-metals part 9 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Now what about non-metals? So we spoke about metals. What happens when non-metals are exposed to air? So non-metals also combine with oxygen to form oxides. But in this case, the oxides are acidic. So we will see how it is acidic and all. So let us take some examples of non-metals. For example, sulfur. Sulfur combines with oxygen to form sulfur dioxide, which is a gas. Carbon, which is a non-metal, combines with oxygen to form carbon dioxide, which is again a gas. Hydrogen combines with oxygen to form what? To form water. So you see everywhere it forms oxides. Now our next question again is going to be whether these oxides are acidic or basic in nature. So now the question is, are these non-metal oxides, they are acidic or basic? So when I say non-metal oxides, I am talking about the sulfur dioxide gas or the carbon dioxide gas which was formed. So are these acidic or basic? So for that again, we will follow the same litmus test, and for that we need a solution so that we can dip the litmus paper. So how do we prepare a solution? We will mix these with water to prepare a solution. So when sulfur dioxide is mixed with water, it forms H2SO3. That is, okay, we will tell the name later. Similarly, here when carbon dioxide combines with H2O, it forms H2CO3. And then what happens? Then it is found that when the litmus paper, the blue litmus, is dipped into the solution, it turns red. This shows that the solution is acidic in nature. So non-metal oxides are acidic. So what are these compounds which are formed? H2SO3 is nothing but sulfurous acid. What is H2CO3? It is nothing but carbonic acid. So all the non-metal oxides are acidic in nature, whereas the metal oxides were basic in nature. Now if you want to try for some other oxides, for example nitrogen oxide, when it combines with water it forms nitrous acid or nitric acid respectively. So that's how we can see that all the non-metal oxides are acidic. So this is again another difference between the behavior of metals and non-metals. So now comes reactivity of metals. So we saw that different metals, whether it is metal or it is non-metal, they all react with oxygen. But when you talk about metals, it has been seen that different metals react in different ways. So different metals show different reactivities towards oxygen. Like some of them react very fast with oxygen, some of them react very slowly, some of them even do not react at all. So here we will see that how different metals react with the same oxygen in different ways. So let us take examples of these metals, potassium and sodium. Now these metals, they react very fast. So they react very fast. So they react so fast that they can even catch fire if they are kept exposed to air, because air contains oxygen. So whenever you keep them exposed to air, they will immediately react with air and they produce so much of heat that you can actually see fire. So it catches fire. So it is that reactive. Now you take example of another metal like iron. So in case of iron, it does not burn on heating. So iron itself doesn't burn when heated. So when you are heating means you are basically supplying oxygen. So it is the reaction of oxygen. But if you take iron filings, that is small powdery iron filings, they burn when they are sprinkled on flame. So here you can see iron and iron filings, they both behave in different ways when heated. Again, if you take examples of gold and silver, gold is aurum and silver is Ag. So if you take examples of gold and silver, they do not react with oxygen even at high temperature. So there is no reaction with oxygen even at higher temperature. Even if you keep on increasing the temperature, even then also there will be no reaction. So that is why you would have seen that the gold and the silver jewelry, they are all exposed to air all the time, but nothing happens to them because they do not react with oxygen. Again, if you take examples of metals like magnesium, aluminium, zinc or lead, so all of these metals, they are all covered with a thin layer of oxide, and this oxide layer acts as a protective layer and prevents any further oxidation of the metal. So it is like there is a protective surrounding. So that protective surrounding will not allow the metal to react with oxygen. Basically, it will not allow oxygen to come in contact with the metal. So there would be no further reaction. So that's how different metals will react differently. And in a very similar way, not only with oxygen, but with other things also, for example, reactivity with water or with acids or with bases. So we will see that the behavior will be little different for different metals. Thank you. Please visit www.examfear.com to watch more educational videos with a better experience. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for latest updates. Thank you once again.